Logan here at me and McGee Market. My buddy Chef Josh Smith with Southern Standards here. Gonna be making some rice au gratin with Ralston Family Farms rice. Can't wait to try it.
How you doing? My name is Josh Smith with Southern Standard. We have a food truck here based out of Little Rock, and I'm going to go through a dish that Chef McAfee from the Pine Bluff Country Club taught me, and I've incorporated into my menu for Thanksgiving. So kind of let you know what we're going to got. We got some house seasoning here. We got some toasted almonds, some finely diced onions and celery, and some good Italian Parmesan cheese. That's very important. I like to use this brand if you can just get it in any Kroger, Walmart location, and you can also get it through your food distributor if you're in the business. So I got some peanut oil here because peanut oil, it has a higher smoke point. We're gonna be using the Ralston Family Farms rice. You can use any kind of rice. You can use dirty rice, jasmine, this other brand here, their golden brown rice, any rice. I prefer the wild rice. This is my favorite one to use it with, but today we're gonna use the jasmine rice. Okay, so the first thing you wanna do is you're gonna get your pot hot, put your little oil in the pan, and remember, you can only put so much in there, you can never take it out. So not too heavy to start off with, okay? Then we're gonna go with some onions, okay? Equal parts onions to celery is what I like to do. Okay, pretty simple there, okay? We're just gonna give them a little stir, and like you said, see, I didn't put enough oil in it, so I'm gonna add a little bit more, because what we're trying to do here is just cook them down till they're translucent. We don't want any color on them, because then they're gonna pop through our nice white color of our rice. Okay, let's give that a little go for just a few minutes. Now, if you got a couple big chunks in there like that, you wanna get those out, because you don't want anybody to get a big chunk of onion and mess up everything for them. Now, when you're cooking these, they're gonna get soft on you. They're gonna almost come to a nice clear color. So now, we're just gonna give it a little seasoning here. I like to do this right out of the get-go so I can get some flavor on the bottom of the pan. We're gonna let that cook for a little bit. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get our rice, and we're gonna put it all together. It ain't gonna take very long. It's a pretty quick and easy dish. All right, so now, if you've paid close attention, our vegetables are starting to get a little soft and coming translucent, and we're starting to get some brown coloration on the bottom of our pan. That's what we're looking for. That's where all your flavor is gonna come from off of this dish. So now what we're gonna do is we just got some simple white wine right here, Chardonnay, Pinot Grigio, anything that's not sweet. We're gonna deglaze it. You only need about 2 ounces, not too much. Now you're gonna cook this down until it's almost dry. Not where it's burning in the pan, but it's just almost dry. And if you notice, that little wine brought out the green in your celery a little bit more. So that one's about done here. We wanna save some of that juice. You see it's almost dry. If you shake it, it's almost there. We got a bowl over here, so we're gonna dump it over here. Now, if you're at home and you want to make this a little easier on yourself, you can go ahead and pre-cook your rice. That'll make it a lot easier. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get our rice. This isn't going to hurt being out like this. It's going to cool a little bit. So we're going to bring our rice up and we're going to cook it. So like I said again, we're using the Ralston Family Farms rice. The wild rice blend is my favorite to use with this dish, but we are using the jasmine today. Okay, so for a lot of people, rice is really hard to cook. It's hard for me to cook, but this on the side gives you directions. If you follow these directions, your rice will be good. And then I'm just gonna wait for the water to boil. All right, guys, so now our water is boiling. So like I said, just follow the recipe on there. Always add your little salt to your water mix. Ain't gonna hurt it. And then go for it. We did enough where we could do this whole box. That way we could have leftovers to give to Logan. So we're gonna stick that on there, give it a little, and there we are. Bring that up to a boil. We're gonna cover it and then we're gonna let it simmer for about 15 minutes or until all the water's absorbed, and then we're good to go. All right, so now that our rice is finished, you can kind of see what it looks like, nice and fluffy. So we're gonna bring our cream up to a boil. Our rice is still warm. We have our Parmesan cheese right here. We use the grated just because it melts a little bit quicker. Now remember, don't put it all in there, because if you put it too much in there, it might be too much. So right here we have some slivered almonds. This is the key. Nobody ever thinks about rice, almonds, Parmesan cheese. It's fantastic. Okay, boom, boom. We're gonna put some almonds in there. We got our cream coming up hot, so that way when we pour it in there, it all incorporates really quick. Here's our veg that we have cooked off. We'll put all of that in there. We want that flavor out of there. I'll set that off to the side. Our cream's hot enough now. We're gonna pour this hot cream all in here. Okay, and then we're gonna incorporate all this together. So what we've done is we had to get in here with what God gave us in our hand to get it all to come together, because you want it to kind of bind the cream and the Parmesan cheese. We're gonna come back over here. I'll scoop this Rice Au Gratin out. Okay, and just for a little garnish, we're gonna put over the top some almonds. And we're gonna hit it with just a little bit more seasoning. All right, and this is our dish, Rice Au Gratin. You can garnish it with anything. I'm just gonna garnish it with some slivered almonds and a little bit of fresh parsley.